Okay, so let's go over vocabulary. Our directions for today are to read the paragraph and drag the vocabulary word that will make each sentence correct. So we have our vocab words for the week. We have difference, order of operation, sum, evaluate, and pinned as. So let's begin reading. It says, Trevor was tardy to school on Monday and missed his math class. His friend Drake gave him his work that he said he was missing. He said the teacher taught us how to blank or solve problems. So solve problems that have multiple operations, in the expression and the order we should solve them in, also known as blank. Well, so here we have two clues in our one sentence. So if we're looking at this sentence, the teacher taught us how to blank or solve. Which one of our words means to solve for or to look at? And you have difference, order of operations, sum, evaluate, pinned as. You would say evaluate. Oops, we do not want the directions moving. You would say evaluate. So I would drag evaluate. I'm holding it down, letting go, clicking it. That have multiple, and here's our other keyword or clue words that we'll have. Multiple operations in the expression and the order. I'm going to have to go to another text box there. Transparent. We want this to be yellow. So the multiple operations in the expression and the order we should solve them in. So which one of our words tells us when we have multiple operations in them and we have to solve them in a specific order? So that word order is very important. That's a very key word for us. So is that difference, order of operations, sum, or pinned as? And you would say order of operations. Because order of how you solve the operations in that problem. So next it says the teacher even taught us a cool phrase to help us remember the order to solve a problem called blank. So we have this phrase, or what we call a phrase, you may call an acronym. This cool phrase that helps us remember the order we need to solve them in is which one of our words? Is that difference, sum, or pinned as? Okay, and you would say pinned as. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Trevor looked through his work and saw an addition problem where he was required to find the blank. So which one of our words is to find an addition problem? Or the answer to an addition problem. Which one of our words is that? And if you're thinking addition, ding, 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 you are right. So you would say, I'm sorry, if you're thinking sum, you are right, because sum is the answer to an addition problem. He then noticed that he had a subtraction problem where he had to find the blank. Well, a subtraction, we know a subtraction problem is another. To find the answer for a subtraction problem is difference. So we would put difference in that box. Okay? Then it says Trevor was really frustrated with himself and realized that he cannot be tardy to school ever again. So let's read this and make sure it makes sense before we actually turn our assignment in. So, or move on to our lesson. It says Trevor was tardy to school on Monday and missed his math class. His friend Drake gave him his work that he was missing. He said the teacher taught us how to evaluate or solve problems that have multiple operations in the expression and the order we should solve them, also known as order of operation. The teacher even taught us a cool phrase to help us remember the order to solve the problem, called pinned as. Trevor looked through his work and saw an addition problem where he was required to find the sum. He then noticed he had a subtraction problem where he had to find the difference. Trevor was really frustrated with himself and realized that he cannot be tardy to school ever again. Okay, so that's vocab. So hopefully you were able to put the words in the correct areas and identify the context clues that helped you determine what words went where. Okay, so if you have any questions, please let me know. I'll be glad to help you.